Hi, this is Ron Atkinson. Yeah, I don't think most managers are thinking about what odds they are for getting the sack at this time of the season. Obviously, every manager in the country will have an optimism about him at this time of the year because it's maybe the only time in the season that some of them are level with the likes of Wenger and Ferguson and so forth. The odds say that Alan Kirbishley will be the number one for the chop. What I think Alan's got to do, and he needs his best players to help him do that, of course, is to play with a lot more expansion this season in his style.
We feel that he's under pressure at West Ham. The fans have been on his back all last season, and I think, forgivably, he had a lot of injuries, so I think maybe they've been a bit harsh there, but it's very hard to get those fans on your side, and he's going to need to get off to a very, very good start if he doesn't feel the force of the board and the fans, and at 5-1 he's got to be our favourite.
I couple him in that, of course, with Kevin Keegan. Kevin's problems don't appear to be all of his own making, and he's certainly, Newcastle, you would have expected Newcastle this season to have spent heavily in the transfer market. They haven't, and I don't see Newcastle as a team being much of an improvement from last season unless there's major investment in the next 2 or 3 weeks.
I think it's all to do with expectation with the relegation favourites, because they're the teams that have come up from the Championship. I don't think they'll be expecting much of them. Stoke is fantastic that they're there anyway, and especially Hull. So I feel that those managers will get a little bit of a respite because they've done so well in actually getting their teams up into the Premier League.
Wenger and Ferguson, rock solid. Who else in the Big Four? Scolari, you would think, will have a honeymoon period, but do you get a honeymoon period at Chelsea? Of the top 4, I think the only manager with a real problem would be Benitez. You wonder if the internal sort of feuding between the American owners has died off. He's invested a lot of money, an awful lot of money this season in new players. Keane, probably Barry coming into the equation, other players. And he's got to make a serious attack on the Championship this year, I feel sure.
Well, the biggest surprise is David Moyes into 8-1 from 25-1. And you wouldn't say he's under any particular pressure from the fans there or the ball, but it just might be his own decision that having to sell Andy Johnson and then maybe struggling to find the funds for other players, he might want a way out. Well, for a team that are expected to struggle, most people will see Steve Bruce at 33-1 and say that that's a really good price. And I think they'll be down there. They're definitely going to finish bottom half in the Premier League. There's no doubt about that. But I think he just did such a good job last year that he's under absolutely no pressure whatsoever. They weren't in any danger last season of going down, really, once he steadied the ship. It might be the fact that he's going to struggle to attract players and better players there that means he's in for a season of relegation woe, but I still think he'll be safe.
People say to you, well, what can you do to survive in the job? I don't know, because I've lost a few jobs. And it's Kirbishley living up to his 5-1 reputation as favourite, and he's going to be the first one to cross the line. Closely followed, Kevin Keegan's chased him. But definitely living up to the form book. The form book says Kirbishley, and Kirbishley it is.